Listen up. There's a great business philosophy, doing what is best for the patient. Since 1975, the experts at Chesapeake Hearing have been providing hearing instruments selected to provide maximized benefits for whoever walks through their doors.
All while maintaining professional competence, respect, and caring service, not only for patients, but really for the community at large. And representing this care and service today is Laura Chylinski. She is an audiologist with Chesapeake Hearing. We appreciate you being with us this afternoon.
Hello.
Thank you so much. So you guys really are the oldest private practice audiology group in Maryland. Yes. That's amazing. Yeah. What do you attribute the, I guess, longevity to?
Yeah, I mean, our founder was a wonderful man who had a huge passion for the field, and his daughters have now taken over the practice, so they've kind of taken on his legacy and have really helped spread the company. We now have 8 offices from Central over to the Eastern Shore.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So when a patient comes in for the first time, what is their experience like with you guys?
Yeah, so they come in, typically if it's their first appointment, they have a sit down with one of the audiologists. We really get to know them as a person. Then we do an evaluation. So if you've never had a full hearing test, it's an interesting thing. We lock you in a soundproof booth. You do more than just kind of raise your hand listening for beeps. There's a full kind of process. It gives us a good picture of their full hearing, and then we go over all the results with them and any recommendations that we have and try to just give them the information and educate them on what they are hearing, what they're not hearing, and how that impacts their life.
Yeah, because I mean, really, hearing is a lot more than just volume. I mean, you guys really test a whole wide range.
Yes.
Of pitches?
Yeah, so pitches are frequencies. We look at the main ones for speech understanding. And then one of the things that is not quite well known is that there are 2 different parts of hearing. There's hearing and there's processing or understanding, and they come from different ranges of the frequencies. So you might really know someone's talking to you, you can hear them, but not understand them, and you still have some type of hearing loss. It could be mild, it could be profound, it really depends.
It's interesting.
Really, that is really interesting. So when a person, and a patient, needs hearing aids, what kind of devices do you typically employ for them?
So there are several different manufacturers, the main ones in the area, and then we work with all of them at Chesapeake. There are different types of hearing aids. There are ones that go just over your ear. There's ones that go in your ear that are one piece. They're all pretty invisible at this point. The companies have done a really good job at making them nice and discreet. Sometimes you barely know a patient has them on when they walk in the door. They all are programmed by our computer system, so we're able to get kind of a detailed orientation of the patient and their hearing specifically for them, and then teach them all of the bells and whistles that come with it as well.
That's amazing. Another thing that I understand about the company is that you guys really are involved in the community. Tell me about that.
Absolutely. We love doing all the health fairs in the area. We just did one in Ocean City, one in Snow Hill recently. We try to get our name out there as much as we can and help other people. Every month we take a certain percentage of our proceeds and we donate to a different organization in the area. We switch between offices, so we really try to do what we can to give back to our customers and their families and everybody.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So what would you say, somebody's watching and they think that they have an issue with their hearing, what would you say to them?
Yeah, absolutely. So some signs and symptoms of hearing loss are not only just that you can't hear people, but that you're struggling to maintain conversations in your everyday life. You can't hear the person next to you at the dinner table, especially in crowded restaurants. It's always good to get a baseline hearing test, even if you feel like you're doing fine. If somebody says to you, hey, I think you're having some trouble, or you're asking me what a lot, things like that, it's always good to come get a check, just kind of see what's going on.
It's more than just everybody's mumbling, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Laura Chylinski, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.